What you mean? He the one talking about that. That's his kid.
He provided for him.
Hey, I was away. I couldn't.
When I called you and he was hungry.
You said the same thing to me.
Really?
Look, Vanessa's over there looking at you.
Why would I look at you if I didn't like you?
I don't know, because
Really?
obviously you're
Okay.
lying again.
Yeah, I'm lying.
Lie,
Really?
lie, lie.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I did not plan nothing that night, Your Honor.
No.
We had started out
No.
using protection.
If they wanted to reach out to him, they've had multiple ways.
But he live in
to
the
reach out
room,
to him.
boo-boo. He gotta have an address.
No, he doesn't
They
have
can't serve a person who live in the
relative's
room.
address, a P.O. box, relative.
Well, he don't have that.
You don't know what
Listen,
he
I know it's the hotel.
You're not his wife. You don't know what he possesses.
Okay, well.
Buckle up, it's showtime. The episode kicks off in the courtroom, where the judge greets everyone, setting up the high-drama case of Watson versus Mahoney. This is the stage for a spicy paternity showdown, where Mr. Watson questions whether he's the father of 4-year-old Kevin. The tension is so thick, you could cut it with a knife. Don't blink now.
Mr. Watson, you are in court to prove that you are not the biological father of defendant's 4-year-old son, Kevin.
Hold on to your popcorn, folks. Mr. Watson steps up, doubting his role as Kevin's dad, accusing Ms. Mahoney of stepping out with not one, but 2 other dudes while he was away. His doubts cast a shadow over their relationship, stirring up a cocktail of drama and suspicion. This is just the appetizer. The main course of drama is just about to be served.
You say that while you were away, Ms. Mahoney was having sexual relationships with 2 different men, and either of them could be the father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Here comes a curveball. Ms. Mahoney is staunch in her belief that Mr. Watson is indeed the father and shoots down the infidelity gossip. She's 99.9999% sure, which pretty much sounds like a guarantee, right? Her confidence clashes with his doubts, turning the courtroom into a pressure cooker. Fasten your seatbelts, it's about to get even bumpier.
Say you are 99.99% sure that Mr. Watson is the father and deny accusations of infidelity.
Yes, Your Honor.
Get ready for a roller coaster of emotions. Mr. Watson reveals how crucial the DNA results are for their engagement and potential marriage. He loves her, wants to marry her, but says if Kevin isn't his, he's out the door. Talk about high stakes. Will they walk down the aisle or walk away from each other? Keep watching. The next part will knock your socks off.
So, Mr. Watson, you say today's results will determine the future of your relationship.
I've known her since we were kids. We need to get these results. We are engaged, and I would like to marry her, and I really hope this is my son.
And you say the relationship's on the line, meaning if the results don't turn out the way everything?
It's out the window, Your Honor.
This next bit is a real heart-tugger. The spotlight shifts to little Kevin, who's feeling the sting of the grown-ups drama. Ms. Mahoney shares how the uncertainty affects Kevin, showing a softer, more vulnerable side of the dispute. It's tough watching, folks. The next scene might just have you reaching for the tissues.
Is it hard? He looks up to him a lot. Sometimes he gets real short-tempered with him, and he just he'll sit by him and he'll move away, and it's hard as a mother to see that.
And Kevin's 4, so he understands this rejection.
It takes him really hard. He kind of sheltered now.
Get a load of this fiery exchange. Mr. Watson throws around words like promiscuous, based on Ms. Mahoney's neighborhood rep, while she stands her ground. The courtroom heats up with their fiery banter, spicing up the proceedings with a dash of sass and a pinch of salt. Grab your refreshments. The drama is far from over.
And so, Mr. Watson, you are rejecting the child?
I'm not the dad, that's why. When I was away, when I came back, she was cheating and basically, as I'm gonna say it, the neighborhood hoe.
We're gonna try to use respectful language, but let's say she had a reputation of being very promiscuous.
Who saw this coming? Ms. Mahoney admits to having 2 guys over while Mr. Watson was away, claiming pure necessity drove her decision. Mr. Watson isn't buying what she's selling, suspecting a different kind of support is going on. Oh, the plot thickens. What unfolds next will make your jaw drop.
Ms. Mahoney, did you have 2 men living with you?
Yes, ma'am. I had no job. I had nothing to fend for myself. Family, friends, they just wanted to help
No,
me.
they weren't.
I agreed to let them stay, and if I needed a toilet paper down, anything, they would help provide it.
Were you providing them with anything besides a place to stay?
A bedroom.
Now, this twist you didn't see coming, another contender enters the ring, claiming he might be Kevin's dad. This new guy adds more spice to the already sizzling situation, stirring up a mix of suspicion and rivalry in Mr. Watson. Things are heating up to a boiling point. Watch out, the lid's about to blow.
Why would that other guy say he's the father?
There's
Always
a
says,
difference
"Oh,
between a
that's
father
my
and a
son."
dad.
What you mean? He the one talking about that. That's his kid.
He provided for him.
Hey, I was away. I couldn't.
When I called you and he was hungry.
I was away. There was nothing I could do.
Like I said, there's a difference between father
Okay, so
and
bring other men around my kid?
Mr. Watson, I do want to make a clarification.
As the moment of truth approaches, the air is thick with anticipation. The couple braces for the DNA results, knowing everything they've built together could either solidify or shatter. It's a high-stakes game of emotional poker. Ante up, because the reveal is next, and it's a game changer.
I'm sorry.
And that DNA took about 7-8 months just to get here, and there was no
Like I
seal.
said,
I do believe she forged these results.
Yes, ma'am.
This court contacted your home state, we wanted to find out how long it should take to get results. That it takes about 2 weeks to 1 month. So, Ms. Mahoney, would it take 7 months to get these results?
I don't know why, and we were together and they showed up.
And here's the moment we've all been waiting, the big reveal. The judge announces,
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Watson, you are the father.
See? I love you so much.
strap in, folks, because Jerome just kicked things off with a real doozy of a case. The case of Angelaire versus Vargas is introduced by the court clerk Jerome, setting the stage for a dispute over paternity involving Ms. Vargas, who was married and allegedly had an affair resulting in pregnancy. This is just the appetizer. The main course is about to be served.
Mr. Angelaire, you claim the defendant, Ms. Vargas, was married and having an affair with you when she got pregnant.
Yes, sir.
Hold the phone. Did Mr. Angelaire just drop a bombshell? Mr. Angelaire claims Ms. Vargas was having an affair with him while she was pregnant. The audience reacts with surprise when he asserts the child might be his, indicating the sensitivity and complexity of the situation. Buckle up, because Ms. Vargas is about to fire back.
Now, you say she initially told you that you were not the father of her 11-month-old son, then dropped the bomb that the child was indeed yours after her marriage was over.
That is correct.
What? After the divorce, Ms. Vargas spins the tale even further. After initially denying Mr. Angelaire's paternity, Ms. Vargas admits post-divorce that he could indeed be the father of her 11-month-old son, complicating the narrative further as Mr. Angelaire seeks clarity on his role. Grab your popcorn. This plot twist is juicy.
Ms. Vargas, you admit you lied to Mr. Angelaire because you say you were trying to save your marriage. But now that your marriage is over, you claim you are convinced he is the father of your son, and you're here to prove it today.
Yes, Your Honor.
As the courtroom turns, Ms. Vargas tries to untangle her web of lies. Ms. Vargas confesses to lying about the paternity in an attempt to salvage her marriage, now dissolved, and asserts her belief that Mr. Angelaire is the father, bringing them to court to resolve the matter definitively. Stay tuned, because Mr. Angelaire's reaction is next.
That night, we, had sexual intercourse. You planned to get me pregnant. I feel like you did.
Oh, no, that's a lie.
Hold on. I realize that you may hear some things that will evoke, but you're not going to clown or act a fool or use inappropriate language in this courtroom. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor, I apologize.
You got to find a better way to express yourself.
Oh boy. Here comes the backstory of their casual office camaraderie turning steamy. The relationship between Ms. Vargas and Mr. Angelaire evolves from professional to personal, leading to a night of intimacy described vividly in court, highlighting the unplanned nature of their connection. And just when you thought it couldn't get more tangled,
That night, Your Honor, I feel like even my friends at work would always tell me, like, he's looking at you again. Look
Said the
at
same
him.
thing to me.
Really?
Look, Vanessa's over there looking at you.
Why would I look at you if I didn't like you?
I don't know, because
Really?
obviously you're
Okay.
lying again.
Yeah, I'm lying.
Lie,
Really?
lie, lie.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I did not plan nothing that night, Your Honor. We had started out using protection.
He was doing the stalker thing where I would be looking at, I'd turn and look, and yeah, there he goes, staring at me again.
Well, look at you, you're beautiful.
plot thickens as Ms. Vargas was playing the field. A critical point arises when it's revealed that Ms. Vargas was also intimate with her husband during the same period she was with Mr. Angelaire, introducing significant doubt about the child's paternity. Keep your eyes peeled, the drama is about to escalate.
So at this point, you're married, Ms. Vargas.
Your Honor, at the time, we were separated.
So you two were intimate, and then you found out you were pregnant.
Yeah.
Were you also intimate husband at the time?
Yes, Your Honor, a month before, me and him had sexual intercourse.
Within a 30-day or less time period, you had been intimate with your husband, Mr. Angelaire.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tearjerker alert as Ms. Vargas attempts to patch things up at home. The emotional stakes increase as Ms. Vargas tries reconciling with her husband while managing her ongoing dilemma with Mr. Angelaire, who feels sidelined, yet potentially responsible for her child. Don't go anywhere. The emotional roller coaster is just reaching the peak.
So you told him it was his. You decided I wanted to try to work this out with my husband.
Be a chance that it was his.
Another lie.
He was willing to take over responsibility even if it wasn't his. Is whenever I got back with him, we actually moved in together. We were.
Did you tell Mr. Angelaire, I'm working it out with my husband? You're
Yes,
not
Your
the
Honor.
father.
I was trying to keep him away,
And I respected that. You told me one time I
Yes,
didn't
but you were
contact
still
you.
texting him on Facebook, asking him questions
Well, no, I
about
said if you want about it, you got to let me know if that kid looks anything like me.
Mr. Angelaire isn't holding back now, folks. Tensions peak when Mr. Angelaire expresses his frustration over being excluded and uncertain about his role in the child's life, despite his attempts to engage and support Ms. Vargas. Get ready for the showdown, because it's coming up.
Now you're talking my language. Once you saw the picture of this child,
The
your
gut
gut
feeling
feeling
came
said,
back. It
press
came
this
back.
a little further.
As
So
he
you
got-
say you reached out to them both.
No, I didn't even talk to her until I have 2 kids that live in Washington State. When she told me there's no chance, kid is yours. Long term, when I was in Texas, I was trying to get back up to Seattle to be with my other 2 children. Get in a serious relationship or have any kids.
As desperation kicks in, Ms. Vargas reaches out to Mr. Angelier with a financial SOS. Ms. Vargas contacts Mr. Angelier when financial realities hit her, revealing the child's potential likeness to him, which rekindles his involvement and complicates their relationship dynamics further. You won't believe what happens next.
She contacts me on Facebook when the child's 6.5 months old. My husband left. I don't have no more money. You got a kid here now.
Really?
That's what it seemed like to me. Why did she lie?
You were the one
from the
asking me
get-go?
if, hey, let me help you out because I feel
Because
like
you told me, well, you have a child here now. I have a big heart. I took your word again.
And I told you, no, I don't need your help. I got this. I had, 2 jobs.
And then I helped you out.
Yeah, you helped me out. But then you kept asking me,
a
hey, you
few
need some more
times.
help. No, I don't need your help.
Well, yeah.
And now, for the moment of truth, will Mr. Angelier be the father? The climactic moment arrives with the DNA test results.
In the case of Angelari versus Vargas, as it pertains to 11-month-old Giovanni Vargas, Mr. Angelari, you are father.
Just when you think it couldn't get more tangled, Ramon McKnight has been promising to leave his wife for his mistress, suggesting he wants a relationship with her, leading to confusion and hope for a future together. The confrontation is just heating up. Stick around, it's just the appetizer.
Ramon McKnight been telling me that he's gonna leave her. He don't want to be with her. So now you keep telling me this. I'm thinking like, okay, he's gonna do it. He want to be with me. Then if he keeps telling me he don't want to be with her.
So, Mr. McKnight, you not doing enough talking today.
Your Honor, I never told her one time that I wanted.
Yes, she have, Your Honor.
The tension cranks up as Ramon McKnight flatly denies ever wanting a relationship with Ms. Wilson, creating tension as he contradicts her claims right in front of the judge. Strap in, because the roller coaster is just taking off.
Do you want to be in a relationship with Ms. Wilson?
No, Your Honor.
He's lying because she's over there. When she's not here,
Your Honor,
She
he
wasn't
has.
here.
But
Want a
Ms.
picture?
Wilson, I need to ask you this as a woman of age and maybe even experience.
The plot thickens as Ms. Wilson accuses Ramon of fibbing about his intentions when his wife is around, while Judge Lake drops some truth bombs about the nature of misleading promises men might make. But hold your forks, the main course is up next.
You know a man will tell you a tale when he's speaking with the wrong head and not using the right. So why do you think he was telling you all of that?
That's what I'm trying to figure out because he told me that he didn't want to be with her.
Here's a curveball. Discussion about Ramon's intentions and his hilarious explanation of waiting for his wife to initiate divorce proceedings, which is humorously questioned by the courtroom. Just when you think you've heard it all, the drama kicks up a notch.
Can't just do it. He have to wait on her to do the first.
Oh, Jerome, have you ever heard about that kind of divorce?
That's what
I
he's
don't know.
telling me.
I've been a family lawyer for just about
That's what I'm
20-something
telling you.
years. Never heard of that kind of divorce.
As a woman, and I'm not even being funny right now because I have nothing against her, I wasn't married to her.
You won't believe this. Ms. Wilson reveals she was seeing Ramon regularly and expected him to be present for their child's birth, highlighting his absence due to an alleged car issue and showing evidence of his visit the next day. And the plot thickens. More bombshells to come.
I was on the phone with him while I was having her. He told me that the truck that they have, it was the tire blew. So he came the next day.
Let me see that evidence. So this is a picture of Mr. McKnight in the hospital room with you.
Yes.
That's you in the bed.
Yes.
And you shot that picture of him.
Yes.
I'm sure you had a good time shooting that picture.
Can you imagine? Ramon admits to visiting the hospital just to snoop around, not to claim paternity, which escalates into a discussion about his honesty and commitment to the child. Keep your eyes peeled, the twists keep coming.
So you came to see the baby. You knew the baby could be yours?
Yes.
You just went to be nosy.
Yes.
No, Your Honor, that's a lie.
You had to see if it looked like you. That's what
Yes,
you had to go
Your
do.
Honor.
Right, tell
Yes,
him.
Your Honor.
Tell him, Your
That's the
Honor.
thing.
As the story unfolds, the judge and others in court delve into the implications of Ramon's actions on the child, his sporadic financial support, and his interaction with the child despite claiming otherwise. Don't go anywhere. The stakes are about to get even higher.
So since that time, have you done for this child?
He's lying. He seen her 2 weeks ago at the hotel. He gave me $200 and he seen her.
So you've tried to go see the baby?
No, I came to him multiple times.
Your Honor. I was gonna say, it looks like you didn't know he had seen and spent time with the baby.
It's numerous of times he been seeing my baby.
Just when you think it couldn't get wilder, intense courtroom exchanges about Ramon's living situation and responsibilities, with Ms. Wilson and Ramon's wife debating his honesty and involvement in his children's lives. Fasten your seatbelts. What's next is even more jaw-dropping.
If they wanted to reach out to him, they've had multiple ways.
But he live in
to
the
reach out
room,
to
boo boo.
him.
He gotta have an address.
No, he doesn't
they
have
can't serve a person
a
who live in the
relative's
room.
address, a P.O. box, relative.
Well, he don't have that.
You don't know
Listen,
what
I know it's the
mail?
hotel.
You're not his wife. You don't know
Miss
what he
Wilson.
possesses.
Okay, well.
This is the part that I want you to understand. You're not gonna outdo her. You are married until you are divorced. They are married.
This segment hits home. The judge reflects on the common lies men tell in affairs and emphasizes the emotional impact on the women involved, urging Ms. Wilson to recognize her worth beyond this entanglement. But the story doesn't end here. The truth bomb is about to drop.
I can can understand how a young woman, when you say you suffered such a tragic loss, how you could be in a position somebody cares about you, want to believe that person's lies, because I do believe Mr. McKnight, because he's telling the same tale most married men tell when they have no intention of leaving their family. It's always what the wife ain't doing and what he don't like about her and what this. You ain't nothing but momentary therapy.
In an emotional twist, Ms. McKnight speaks about her recent personal loss and her commitment to resolving the situation for the sake of all children involved, leading into a deeper examination of Ramon's doubts about paternity. The envelope with the DNA results is coming up, and it's a doozy.
May I also tell you that I just buried my mother 3 days ago. That speaks to how passionate I am about getting this situation resolved. Nothing in me wanted to get on a flight, but I do want closure from this situation. I want the best for her child, believe it or not. Children to have a relationship with their sibling. I'm not the type of person that she's trying to paint me to be. I do love my husband.
As the drama escalates, revelations about Ms. Wilson's other romantic encounters bring into question the paternity of the child, leading to a climactic moment where the potential for multiple fathers is discussed. Brace yourself. The reveal is about to make waves.
Saw a text in Miss Wilson's phone that said your granddaughter's doing fine. That was not your father?
No, my father is deceased.
Anybody from your family? Miss Wilson, were you sleeping with some other man?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, I was messing with, I only slept with him 2 times.
But it only takes once.
As we draw near the climax,
It has been determined by this court. Mr. McKnight, you are the father.
can you handle this? Ms. Hines steps up to the plate, laying down the law with her ex-boyfriend, Mr. Jackson, in court. She's all geared up to prove he's the father of her 22-month-old son, Matthias. She's sure because, hey, their Christmas Eve car rendezvous says it all. She spills the details of their holiday hookup and his not-so-festive gift announcement. Brace yourself because the courtroom roller coaster is just taking off.
Ms. Hines, today you've summoned your ex-boyfriend, Mr. Jackson, to court. You want to prove that he fathered your 22-month-old son, Matthias.
Yes, Your Honor.
And just when you thought it couldn't get spicier, Mr. Jackson fires back, casting doubt with tales of another man cozying up in Ms. Hines' living space around baby-making time. He's not buying the one-man show story because, according to him, the plot thickens with an unexpected guest star. The plot twists are just getting started. Keep your eyes peeled.
You claim Matthias cannot be your son because another man living with her around the time of conception. So, Ms. Hines, why are you so certain Mr. Jackson is your son's father?
Christmas Eve, we had sex in the car. I told him that I was pregnant. He basically said that he gave me a Christmas gift.
Did you see that curveball? In the midst of the courtroom clash, Mr. Jackson throws a wrench into the works. He's not just questioning the timing of their Christmas Eve escapade, but also doubting he was the only contender in the paternity race. He points fingers at Ms. Hines' questionable living arrangement as the source of his skepticism. The intrigue deepens. Watch as they dive into the tangled web of their past.
More than likely, I be with my family Christmas because we have like
This is
traditions.
Christmas Eve and not Christmas. We agreed family on Christmas.
I'm disagreeing on both behalves. She was living with another male, so it's kind of like hard to like judge her.
So while you all were in this relationship, having sex in the car, whatever it was you all were doing, she was in a relationship with somebody else.
You're not going to believe this one. Dive into the backstory as the court unravels how Ms. Hines and Mr. Jackson rekindled an old school flame through social media. Amidst nostalgic reminiscing, the judge probes deeper into their romantic rerun, stirring up questions about protection and fidelity. It's a soap opera unfolding right before your eye, and trust me, it's about to escalate.
I'm trying to understand this. So you two dated?
Yeah, we dated. We tried to date.
Let's start with that. We went to school together. He hit me up website and he said that he always had a crush on me.
So the bottom line is you were together, you started having sex. Were you not using protection?
No, we was not using.
No. And at that time, were you having anyone else, Ms. Hines?
No, ma'am.
Hold the phone. There's more. As Mr. Jackson recounts his detective saga within Ms. Hines' household, he stumbles upon a box of condoms, sparking even more doubt. This guy's suspicion meter is off the charts, and he's convinced these latex lovelies weren't for balloon animals. The tension is mounting, and you won't want to miss what's uncovered next.
What information do you have that was that she was having
another
sex with
male
somebody
living
else?
with her, and it was a time that like I was snooping around her house. I had seen a box because she had said they was taking some stuff to storage. And
That means
in that
me and
box,
my
it was some condoms in the box.
But when you were in her house, you were snooping around and you saw some condoms in a box. So you thought at that point that man and her were having sex?
Yes, Your Honor.
Grab your popcorn popcorn for this next bit. Mr. Jackson admits to his not-so-casual snooping habits, unveiling a treasure trove of flirtatious messages on Ms. Hines' phone. His snooping saga reveals more than he bargained for, throwing him deeper into a pit of doubt. The drama is just heating up, and the next revelations are sure to be jaw-dropping.
And I was on vacation one time, like I was snooping around and I got a phone and I seen like she was texting numerous people. It was like calling her bouncy.
You're doing a lot of snooping. I mean, if you're snooping, why are you even with her then?
I've just seen so many things that seem shady.
Here's a twist. Ms. Hines' best friend, Ms. Johnson, steps into the spotlight. Sharing her side of the child care saga, she paints a vivid picture of Mr. Jackson's cameo appearances in Matthias's life, supplemented by her own supporting role in this parental drama. It's a tangled tale of minimal dad duties and friendship feats. What happens next? You guessed it, the drama unfolds further.
Miss Johnson, you are Miss Hines' best friend. What do you know about
I know everything about the situation. I know she's been pretty much taking care of him. No help from him. I do most of the babysitting.
This woman is
He's
irrelevant.
paid me twice for babysitting. $10 a piece, both times. I'm more of a father to this child than he is.
Ready for the grand finale? After all the suspense, Judge Lake delivers the much anticipated DNA test results, and bam.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Jackson, you are Matthias's father.
At least, like, if I can get a hug,